everybody. I'm back. Everybody, Jeannie Young is back, and I'm back with yet another amazing recipe. I am so excited today because today at the Young's house, Jeannie Young is going to share with you all how I make mustard fried catfish. Have you ever heard of it before? This recipe is so easy. It does not require a lot of ingredients, and you know, you make it Jeannie Young style, it's going to be so tasty. You all never had my mustard fried catfish. You better make you some. Here are the lovely ingredients you will need. Of course, you're going to need some beautiful catfish. And this catfish that I have right here is skinless. Look at it, it's nice and gorgeous. Okay, you're going to need a couple of ingredients. You're going to need a nice fresh tomato and also some shredded lettuce. We have some water here, and we have pancake mix. Pancake mix is going to be our batter today, which is really interesting. You cannot have a fish sandwich without tartar sauce. And right here I have some lovely potato bread. You're going to need a couple of spices to spice everything up. Here's what you're going to need over this way. You will need some mustard. Okay? You're going to need some Old Bay seasoning, parsley just to make everything nice and beautiful, pepper and salt, and of course you're going to need a little bit of hot sauce. Make sure your hands are impeccably clean. Let's get started with this really quick and simple, yet so tasty recipe. Okay everyone, so the first thing that you need to do is get your fish nice and seasoned. Don't be afraid to season. Put that flavor on there. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to use our salt, just like so, and we're going to season both sides of this fish. Okay, I'm using sea salt. Feel free to use any kind of salt that you love. I hope you all are having an amazing day today. I hope you all are staying safe as well. Okay, in we go with the Old Bay seasoning. You can never go wrong when you're frying fish and you want to put Old Bay on there. That's the perfect spice that you're going to need for your fish. So let's turn our fish over just like so. When is the last time you all had catfish? Catfish is an amazing fish. It's not really fishy. It's really flaky. It's juicy. And listen here, you never had it before. You better make you some Jeannie Young style. You are going to love this recipe. We're going to go in with some pepper. I didn't put pepper on the other side. I'm just going to do pepper for one side. Okay, just like so. Gorgeous, nice and seasoned. And then we're going to get really interesting here. We are going to put mustard. Oh yeah, we're going to put some mustard onto our fish. It's going to make this fish have a great taste that you have never tasted before. Trust me on this one, guys. This right here, make you want to smack somebody after you try it. All right, so we're going to go in with the mustard, and I'm just going to rub it on just like so, not so much to where I take the spices off. So be very careful. And if you're worried about brushing your spices off, put your mustard on first, okay? And then you can put the spices on top. Now what I like to do is I'm going to let this fish set with the mustard and the seasonings for at least 15 minutes before we fry this. I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to put mustard on the other side as well, and I'll be back. So now that our fish is nice and seasoned, we flipped it over, we put pepper on the other side, and we put mustard on the other side as well. Here's what it looks like. You want to let this set. You can let this set with the spices and the mustard for half an hour if you like. All it does is makes it taste even better. Okay, so we're going to scoot this aside for the time being. Let's get started on our batter. Whatever kind of pancake mix do you have? You might have waffle mix. Grab it out the cupboard. I'm going to show you how to make an amazing, listen here. This makes an amazing batter for fish, chicken, anything that you wanted to fry. You don't have to measure it. Get it right into the bowl, just like so. I'm going to use the rest of what I have. Now, anytime I purchase pancake batter, mine always says just add water. You might have pancake batter at your home that says add eggs, oil, and milk possibly. If yours says that, go ahead and follow those instructions and get your pancake batter made. Okay, so now here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and put the cold water right into the pancake batter, and you want a consistency that's sort of thick, sort of thinned out, not too thick where it looks like plaster, but you want it thin enough so that we can put that delicate fish into the batter. So I'm going to continue to pour water in until I'm happy with the consistency where I feel like I could put my chicken or my fish into this batter without breaking it up. So this right here, this is what I say no to. This looks like plaster. Let's make it look like a nice pancake batter. So we're going to keep on stirring until we get that consistency. Those of you that love to make your own pancake batter, absolutely, you can fry your fish with your own pancake batter recipe. Looks like it needs a little bit more thinned out, so we're going to do just that. Keep in mind you don't want to make it too thin. Making it too thin, it will not stay onto the fish. This consistency is exactly what I'm wanting. And I don't want you all to worry about lumps. The lumps is okay. The lumps will come out during the frying process. Okay, this is that gorgeous consistency that we all think about when we think pancakes. Now that we have that, here in a few minutes, I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, now it's time to have some fun. The fish has had plenty of time to marinate with that key ingredient, the mustard, and those seasonings. Now here's what we do. We are going to take this gorgeous fish, and you're just going to hold it right by the edge, and you're going to dip it. Give it a nice dip. Don't be afraid. Okay, but what I do want you to do is kind of do this just for a second and let that extra batter come off. You don't want fish that's going to have too much batter. Take this extra step to let any excess fall off. And now we're just going to put it here onto a baking sheet, and we're going to continue to batter our gorgeous seasoned fish. If you never have fish this way, you definitely want to try this for your family and friends and all of your loved ones, and then you come back and let me know what they say about this recipe. Oh, listen here, because they're going to ask you, they're going to say, where the heck did you get this recipe from? And you're going to tell them, Gina Young showed me how. Absolutely, it's so good. When is the last time you all had a nice, fresh fish sandwich? Fish sandwiches is one of my favorite sandwiches ever. Oh, look at that. Beauties. Beauties. And what I love about CatFish is it's not really fishy. I'm one of those persons that I love fish, but I don't really want a fish that has too much of a fishy taste. You all know what I'm talking about. And this is that perfect fish. All right, just like so. I'm going to do one more for you all, and then I'll do the last one off camera. Just like so. Get it well mixed in with the batter. Shake the excess off. And then before we pick it up to throw it in that fryer, we're going to give it one more nice shake. When I come back, our oil will be nice and hot, and we're going to be ready to fry some fish. Be back. Okay, everyone, so first, let me show you how you can make sure that your oil is nice and hot, because you cannot fry fish, you cannot fry anything unless your oil is nice and hot, or you'll have a disaster. Right here between my fingertips, I have some flour. Come take a peek in the pan. And we have some vegetable oil. I'm going to take this flour and I'm going to put it down into the oil. If it sizzles right away, that oil's nice and hot. Perfect. But guess what? If I were to take that flour and it soaked to the bottom, you know, like a little ball going to the bottom, that means your oil's not hot. Don't ever put anything in if that happens. So now here's what we're going to do. Take our fish, just like so, and we're going to get it right into the pan. Be very careful. You don't want to splash yourself or anyone that's in the kitchen with you. I know a lot of you like to take the food and you throw it in the pan and you go running the other way. Don't do that, guys. Just lay it down nice and gentle, and you'll know when to let go. Once your finger gets a little too close, then you can let go. I'm going to do 3 pieces of fish at a time. Looks like my pan can fit 3 nice pieces. So in we're going to go. Once my finger gets too close to the oil, simply let go. Now we're going to just watch it. Stay close by. You don't want to leave the pan because this fish is going to cook up so quick and simple. Be back. Okay, everyone, very quickly, it's going to be time to turn over your fish. But there's one thing that you should not do. I don't want you all to go in with a fork or a spatula because naturally you're going to want to go in as soon as you put it in and mess with it. If you do that, you will break off that beautiful golden brown crust that you work so hard for. Let's take a peek in the pan. So now we can see that there's a golden brown ring that's starting to form. That's my indication that it's possibly time to give these a nice turn. We are going to go ahead and flip this one, and I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to give it a nice flip just like so and let it go. We're going to do this one as well. Now the one that I cooked, that I put in last, we're not going to flip that one over yet because it's just not time. Okay, so I'm just going to move it a little bit more to the center, and we're going to keep our patience, and we're going to have some mustard fried fish very soon. Be back. So now while we wait on our gorgeous fish to finish frying, let's go ahead and take this time to cut up our tomato. So what I'm going to do with the tomato is I'm just going to go in and take that stem out, just like so. We want to slice up some nice slices of tomato. I'm not a person that loves tomato on my fish sandwich, but some of my family members do. Therefore, we're going to cut up some nice slices of this gorgeous tomato. Not too thin and not too thick. I have an amazing childhood memory of when me and my dad, when I was little, we would always go to a fish market and we would pick up fish sandwiches. And what we would get is we would pick up haddock fish sandwiches. I don't remember the name of the fish market, but you would go in and pick up, there were all of these seafoods that you could choose what you wanted. And you could say, I want some shrimp, I want some haddock, and they would fry everything together, give it to you in a basket, but they would give us the fish on white bread with tartar sauce and hot sauce. And my mouth is watering just thinking about it, but that's one of my favorite childhood memories. Anytime I was home from school or, we just didn't have anything to do on a summer day, we would go and pick up a fish sandwich and we would eat it in the car. And it was one of my favorite places ever to go. And I was so glad that when I met my husband, I was able to show him the fish market that me and my dad used to go to before they closed down. Because I want to say about 2 years after me and my husband met, that lovely fish market closed down. But my husband was able to taste their fish sandwich, and that was so important to me that he got to taste some of my childhood memories. Okay, everyone, so I have washed the shredded lettuce and we have the nice fresh tomato cut. Now what I want to do is I want to grab, this is my baking sheet and my cooling rack. You want to put your fish on a cooling rack because a cooling rack always allows air to circulate around the meat, okay, or your fish. And what happens when air is allowed to circulate, your meat or your fish will never get mushy. So let's get it on there. Look at that. Gorgeous. You want to put you a little bit of lemon pepper on there? Do that. Absolutely you can. Okay, and we're going with the gorgeous fish. Oh, and it didn't take long at all. Lunch couldn't be more simple here at the Young's house. It was so much fun, yet it's going to be so tasty. Such an easy recipe. Let's go in with the rest of our fish. Just get it right in. Now I'm not going to show you all how to cook these three because I just showed you how. All right, but I'm going to get these in the pan. What we're going to do when I come back, because we're going to make up some fish sandwiches, Gina Young style. Make you some. Okay, everyone, I want you all to really take a look at this golden brown crispy crust of a batter that we have formed by using simply pancake mix. That mustard is definitely a key. If you make sure you season your fish right, you're going to have the same thing. Okay, everyone, I want you to take a look in the pan at the other pieces that we're cooking. They're not quite ready, but they will be done very soon. Same thing, just make sure that they're separate so they don't stick together. Don't go in bothering them. Now, let's get started making our lovely fish sandwiches. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to take this gorgeous fish right here. Oh, baby! Ha! Woo! Get it right there. Just like so. If you want to put two pieces on, you better believe you can. Absolutely. Let's go ahead and put two pieces on this one. Ooh, it makes it even better. You hear me? Woo! You better believe me when I tell you this. Okay, so now that we have our fish onto our bread, you cannot have a fish sandwich without the tartar sauce. Remember I said I love the tartar sauce and hot sauce? That's the one that's for me. But my family's going to have the tomato and the lettuce. Now I'm going to take my fork, and you want to get that tartar sauce just like so onto the bread. Even the dogs smell this. They're waiting for a piece. Prince and Polo, they're right here at my ankles waiting on a piece of this fish. You bet they are. Okay, so in we went with the tartar sauce. And now we're going to put a lovely piece of tomato onto this one here. We're going to go ahead and put two nice pieces on. And we're going to use salt and pepper. You cannot ever put tomato on any sandwich without salt and peppering that lovely tomato. It brings out the gorgeous flavor in your tomato. Look at that. Whoa! Ooh-wee. Get you some of this on there. Not too much lettuce, but just enough to taste it and give it some nice crunch. All right, we're going to put that lid on it just like so, and you have, oh, fried catfish, Gina Young style. All right, and so this one here, we have our tartar sauce. We got the hot sauce. Go in with that hot sauce. Oh, woo, you better make you some, doggone it, and close the lid. Listen here, everybody. If you all enjoyed this here video, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time Gina Young uploads one of these awesome recipes. Tell your family and friends and everybody you know, hey, tell the whole world about Gina Young and what I'm doing in this kitchen on a daily basis. Absolutely. Okay, everyone, we're going to say a really quick prayer. Heavenly Father, Lord Jesus, we thank you for this beautiful meal, for feeding our family, your love, time, and your understanding. Amen. Let's dive in. Take a peek. Oh, come on. Come on in. Come on in. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Come on in. Oh, I couldn't wait to show you this. This is what I couldn't wait to show you. Look at the inside of this. Oh, ha, ha. Woo! All right, and next we're going to cut right down into this one. This is my favorite. And as always, God bless you all. Thank you all for watching. Good night.